Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you're all having a great day. Welcome to another open league race between Tony T. Young versus PH112358. Tony representing Team Acai and PH representing Team Pass the Picanha. Today I am joined by, on tracking, joined on commentary by Brewers fan JP. How are you today?
You?
Doing fantastic. And we also have Furious Magic handling all of our tracking. Thank you so much. We do have Team Pass the Picanha up 2-1. So this is kind of a win or go home for Team Acai. But meanwhile, PH can close out the series tonight with a win. Today we are playing a swordless mode. JP, why don't you go ahead and go into detail on that one?
Well, that means we have no swords, so the seeds has been adjusted for that. Basically, whatever the base way to remember it is anything you need Master Sword or higher for, you need Hammer now. Fighter Sword or lower is handled automatically, so you don't need to worry about the sword at all. And for bonus points, shields do damage. I'm just kidding on that point. I just have to pick a little fun with Lana every time because of her hatred of shields.
Shields are evil. Blue Mail's good, though. Alright, so these sorts of seeds, you gotta watch the fun, exciting thing known as a hitbox. Something the hammer has none of. But first, we gotta find it.
So yeah, both. Yeah.
Go ahead, you're fine.
Yeah, both runners going for the uncle starts.
Look like a tree pull of 5 arrows. Not too exciting there.
Oh, and there's the moon pearl.
Well, we do need it. And of course, we do get a few bombs, making the Kakariko play a little bit easier. Meanwhile, just $20 at the Sanctuary. Not too much to write about there. We have pendants at all 3 Light World dungeons, or sorry, crystals at all 3 Light World dungeons, so there's going to be 2 red crystals and 3 pendants in the Dark World.
I'm about to say, like, you have the 3 pendants fabled Light World. People would be sad about seeing that moon pearl already.
Yeah, no kidding. This could be interesting, though, depending on where those Dark World pendants are. If you suddenly get a pendant Turtle Rock and a pendant Swamp Palace, suddenly Fire Rod becomes a sketchy thing. Should be interesting. Well, the runners are not going to be short bombs going into Kakariko.
Nice 6 bombs to start. That's even enough potentially to handle Mini Moldworm Cave if you're very careful. Actually, no, you need at least 1 more pickup.
Definitely to be safe. 1 to get in, 5 left to over. Doable, but sketchy.
Well, I've taken away the 3 for CAC, so yeah, you only have 2 in there, which you definitely can't do with 2.
Very true, but you know, it's Kakariko. We'll get more bombs. It's fine.
Maybe some money. We'll see, one of the 2.
Okay, so far a very healthy blind set.
Very healthy. That's 3 heart containers in Blind Hut.
Holy moly! Blue Mail, 6 hearts already? This is pretty good though. Swordless, when you're dealing with a possibility of a later hammer or just the hitbox itself, you're going to take a little extra damage. So a little extra health and a blue armor upgrade. Yeah, not going to turn it down in this mode.
Oh, nice movement with flute.
Yeah, a convenient place to get it since you can activate it. Oh, hi, Samaria. How you doing? And a lamp. Okay, you got a choice here, runners. What do you want to do? Do you want to buy the bottle vendor or bombs?
Probably take the bottle vendor here, which unfortunately doesn't really yield anything.
And PH does not remember to activate that flute. But maybe we're going back up. Probably PH realizing right now. I think I forgot to activate something. Yep, there it is. While we have nice mobility with the flute, we do have another logical check on Death Mountain. Saha set, easier to get to. Not to mention the dam down south, mini Molder, but still, money is tight right now.
Well, it's a little looser.
There's $5, that's good enough, right?
Really could use a bush crab that knows payday right now.
Oh, good call. Either 20s or bombs, we'll take either. I mean, heck, $5 from the bush crabs would be pretty handy.
Well, there's a sword that's now 20.
Bye, sword! Okay, will money be any better here? Or bombs? Give us one of the two. I mean...
That doesn't even give them an arrow in their inventory because they're already full.
Okay, well, it's fine. We got a little bit of magic. We could use Red Cane and Mini Moldarm. It's not horrible.
That is true, yeah. We do have that weapon for a mini Moldarm cave. More arrows lying in the moat.
Oh my gosh, game, give us something.
Crab just has love.
Thank you, Bush Crabs. We really appreciate that. And of course, that lamp puts an additional check on Death Mountain in logic. You could save Gary.
And we see both runners going with those Samaria strats.
Conserving magic. There we go. Both runners getting through at about the exact same time.
There's some money. There's a hammer. And there's more money.
Okay, we're good. It's fine. JP, we're fine.
Just a glove from Darkhold Access. Gonna go check out Ice Rod Cave.
I do wonder... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Do you have the option to fake flipper after this?
Yeah, that was going to be my wonder. It's like we don't have any logical access to Zora, but we do have Moon Pearl, and we do have the money for Zora. I don't know, would you fake flipper in this situation? Or maybe just go for Saha or something like that?
I think I fake flipper here. If I didn't have the money, I wouldn't, but with the money, I definitely I think I would.
Yeah, it's not a bad call. And with the Moon Pearl, you can get those 2 additional checks at the waterfall. It looks like PH is sticking to logic, going to say hi to Sick Kid. As is Tony. Well, different area, but no less.
think both runners have the same idea. They want bombs.
Sick Kid just giving us 20 bucks. Well, there you go, Chad. If you didn't know about those 2 bomb locations to purchase, there you go. It's fine. I did not see what was at the Hylia Island.
And neither did I.
Chad, anybody catch that? Sorry, go ahead.
Here's some divergence. PH going for Sahasla and Tony going for the front of Escape.
Well, both plays could pay off. The seed is kind of screaming for them to go to the Death Mountain or maybe Eastern right now, I think. That's where all the bombs and the money is. Thanks, Saha. Thank everybody. Pointing out the $5 on the island.
PH just gonna go straight to Spec Rock. Not saving the old man right now.
Harry needs some attention too, gosh. He's just lost in that cave.
Do you think he got lost in the cave because he went in there without a lamp and then just couldn't figure out how to get out? Or did he have a lamp and it just went out?
I think he sleptwalked into the cave. Poor guy is just a heavy sleepwalker. Wanders in the cave and then wakes up, he's like, oh, it's dark. Except, of course, if you know the lore from the original game. He's trying to find his granddaughter, I think, or daughter. I can't remember.
Yeah, he's trying to find his daughter, but still, how does he get himself into the middle of a dark cave?
It's true. Probably just lost his lamp.
Tony's setting up for the Death Warp. Does not get the Troll Heart Piece or basically the Troll Health Refill.
Tony's play is pretty good, though, because a Dark Cross could be the reason why they gave us that lamp. We'll see. Or it just could be like a small key to get to the back of Escape. But it looks like PH about to make that play, too.
Now, interestingly, chat's bringing up something which, well, it's kind of a meme. They do have a point. We do have Acai access right now.
Oh, yeah. That's true. That lamp could just be for Aga purpose.
Now, I don't know if I like Acai just yet because you go to Dark World, all you really can do is pod right now.
Well, you got that hammer. You can go south.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You have hammer. You can go south. Okay.
It's not horrible. I think it's a play if you're Tony you might want to make to gamble that PH may clear a lot more Light World than the Dark World just required. But even then, it's hard. There's still plenty to do.
Not plenty, per se. Tony's gonna check Agina. Oh. Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Does that make you want to fake flipper more or not?
It's hard to say. That means that Zora... Oh gosh. I mean, if you find a book, suddenly that's Zora.
That's not a book, but that is something that might be needed.
Another fun thing about Swordless. You can't use medallions except on the spots they allow you to. Like Bombos to get into the front of Ice Palace, or one of the entrances to Meyer or TR.
Yeah, Tony's going to Saha at least. PH also going to do the Death Warp to check Dark Cross, which we know has a piece of heart. But yeah, right now your options beyond this are Eastern or make the Aga climb.
Yep, we're getting close.
Oh,
I don't know. Would you bet Eastern at this point, or are you going straight Ag if you're one of them?
This is a tough call.
I think if you're two items from Go mode, you go, or not Go mode, pardon me, from Dark World, you go Aga, but Glove, Eastern's a good play.
Yeah, especially with Lamp already. I think I'm really tempted at this point. I'd at least do, if I have the info that I know where flippers are. I think I would fake flipper as well. It's just 4 checks, but I think PH is going to make the play to Aga.
Yeah, looks like it. We'll see if it's the right play here momentarily.
Yeah, big point in this seed.
I mean, if Tony's wrong about this, that's about 3 minutes to PH. Maybe 4. But if Tony's right about this, then that's about 6 to 7 minutes saved on PH.
Have not seen any items here so far. I've just seen the map and the big key.
3 more chances. I mean, it could also be good for Tony if there happens to be a bow, even if it wouldn't lead to Dark World in general. A bow would be something that PH probably wouldn't get anytime soon.
Well, we now confirm there's an item on Armos.
Yep, 2 items, big chest and big key chest coming up.
This is kind of the bad Eastern.
It's getting worse. I mean, it could also be a hook shot to get to East Half Mountain or something. Or a book to get those flippers to get something off of Zora checks. Or it could be nothing and the play is Aga the whole time. Or it's just 10 arrows. Oh gosh.
Oh, get your predictions in. I think we're going to see Tony fake flipper, though.
And also, everybody, how many blue balls are we going to get from Aga 1 today? I think it's like 0 to 15 or something, isn't it?
Yep, 0 to 15. 3 is your most likely possibility, which is why it's alone in that point prediction.
And the chances of extra blue balls in this sort of seed is a little bit higher because swordless is rude.
That's true, yeah. We might see some extras, so maybe I shouldn't have. Let's just set it up a little differently. Oh well. Alright, here we go on PH's side. And if you're not used to hammer reflections here, this can definitely be a little bit of a tough fight. Oh, that's an unfortunate miss.
That's exactly what we're talking about, though. We're still gonna count it. So far, yeah, we're at what, 1?
We're at 1, yeah. There's 2. There's 3.
Zora Ledge, we have 3 bombs.
Got hit there, but did get the reflection, so. There's 4. Meanwhile,
Sorry, guys.
Meanwhile, Tony confirming, yeah, kind of hard ag locked here. Oh, PH gets through the half a heart.
Get him his teeth there, holy moly.
That was 4 blue balls.
Alright, where's that map check? We're eager to see what this Dark World gives us. Okay, and Tony decides to full clear, including sequence breaks before finally going to Aga. Or the Death Mountain first. I forgot we hadn't done that yet.
Only going for a backup potion. Alright, so yeah, we've got Hype Cave, Stumpy, Dig Game, and Pod right now.
Yeah, we don't have flippers, we don't have a hookshot, so Catfish and West Dark World are out of play right now. We're gonna find something here. Probably a glove.
Or Hookshot.
Yeah, hookshot, that's fine. That's West Dark World too.
West Dark World, East Death Mountain.
That's probably our progression.
And there's your map check. Pendants at Pod, Skull, and Thieves. I think our reds are Mire and Ice.
Yeah, green being at Pod.
EH is going for Pod.
Well, it could either be really good for us or a few minutes given back to Tony at this point. Yeah, Pod it's a hard play, but honestly, if there's one thing that scares me more than a crystal pod when you don't have much gear, it's a pendant pod when you don't have much gear. Okay, Pod is not bow locked.
That's also been part of the reason that Tony picked the potion. Or, sorry, PH picked the potion. Just in case of a potion glitch.
That's a good point. I think it can... Yeah, Chad's saying that he can hear or not, sorry, not hear that he can go ahead and mimic lip if need be. But potion would certainly be a little safer if you're not super comfortable with it. Oh, hello, Vanilla Big Key and Pod.
Be a rough spot for big keys sometimes if you're way routed. By the way, this is a bow locked back of pod. We're gonna have 2 small keys on the right.
Yeah, so we weren't bow locked up until midway, but you could still get a second bow or some other piece of required gear, but your chances of finding a bow here just drop pretty dramatically.
If you have bringing a point, you're not gonna find a bow at all in here now. There's only 1 bow in the pool.
Oh, it's swordless. Right, good point, chat. Oh, Acai taking a fall. And a second one. Oh gosh, that guard is not playing nice.
Yeah, just stun him. Oh, you don't. Oh, never mind. He doesn't have hook shot.
Stun, Samaria, something. Darn guard. No bow, but you get an arrow.
Interestingly enough, I believe the second bow is replaced by another single arrow.
I was gonna say, we got another arrow, single arrow, right? In the well? Or the dam?
The dam, yeah. So we saw where the other bow is meant to be placed, but... Oh, Tony's down to half a heart.
He does have that fairy. He's got a fairy in the bottle. He's good.
Okay, yeah. He did pick up that fairy in the Spec Rock, so...
Oh, there's a mushroom in pod.
Oh, with the flute, that's not so bad. Tony's struggling a little bit on this hammer, Aga.
Another sword. Thanks, game.
And I think that's it for PH. Oh, gonna take a death ward. Okay.
I don't know. At that point, I must just save and quit.
Tony is through Aga.
Well, if Tony does not make that pod play, and if the mushroom is nothing, then all that time PH had over Tony just went away. Yeah, this is getting interesting. I hope Tony doesn't feel the need to gamble on pod.
Tony's gonna pick up that hook shot pretty quickly. So yeah, if Tony doesn't go into pod, yeah, there's not much of a difference between these beyond that pod dip.
No, I mean, for all we know, Tony could just like save and quit from here, go up Death Mountain, and find some sort of big progression. I mean, you're going to do Dig Game and Stumpy at this point, but then the world just opened up to you.
Tony breaking through the earth right now. Okay. Nice, Rod. That's a nice little find. You do need that.
You do, and it's one less thing you got to be worried about being on pedestal or some nonsense. I mean, so far we are 30 minutes into the seed. We have no glove. And Tony is going to make the East Death Mountain play. And this is also Tower of Hera completion.
That's 2 items out of Skull Woods.
No fire rod to be found or really progression.
Alright, so some big divergence as Tony finds a boomerang.
Boomerang best rang, heck yeah! Those do not exist, game. Those do not exist at all. And
There's the
the
red boomerang.
other one, oh, and the bow! Wow, okay, that's amazing. I mean, it's not something PH is going to miss for a while, but if your progression is sitting on Armos Knights, or even Helmasaur King, or did we get all of our items out of pod? I don't even know. I wasn't counting.
I'm not sure.
I mean, Green Pendant's also a thing as well. And at this point, we're a fire rod away from Ped. Track your Furious Magic pointing out. Just gonna be a dungeon item on a Helmasaur King, meaning Green Pendant's still a thing. Okay, we're not gonna be doing Hero Pot this time. We're hoping for an item in the big chest. What you're thinking is, oh, my opponent went here. They're probably skipping that big key. I don't think that was an intentional... Never mind, it was a Death Warp. Speaking of Death Warp, Tony is setting up one as well. Gotta be careful. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a little closer to death than I'd like to be right now.
You already used your potion on Aga, so or your fairy, so would not have been able to do much there.
Peach grabs the ice rod.
And Tony going with the a little bit of an older setup for Hero Pot. Nails it on the second try. Well done.
Unfortunately, pulling that big key is gonna backfire, but hey, there is a glove at least.
And PH not too far behind. I'm a little bit surprised to see PH abandon Thieves Town, though. It is a pendant, but considering you already dipped in the pod, it wouldn't be a horrible play.
Alright, Tony took a fall in Moldorm. Second time around.
No!
Got Moldorm down for some bombs. And that's the first crystal.
Okay, well if PH does a Hero Pot here, that'll be a quicker dungeon.
So with that glove, that opens catfish. I don't know if that does much else by itself.
Back of escape is all that comes to my mind.
Oh, that's right, back of escape. Which is one or two items, I don't recall. I know the small key's back there, I don't know if the map's back there.
I think we got the map from Map Chest, I want to say. I think it was vanilla.
But we do have Eastern Boss, Armos. There is Helma for the green pendants. I don't think Spike... Oh yeah, we got the blue cane. Okay, yeah, Spike Cave would be in Logic then.
Plenty of life as well.
So...
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, sorry. Oh, not the back of escape.
More health.
So right now we're looking at Eastern Boss, Pod Boss for green pendants, the back of Thieves Town, that mushroom,
And not a whole lot.
there's Catfish.
I mean, if the game really wanted to be evil right now, it'd give us mitts. And make him go to Myra, but that's about it.
We have seen a dip into Eastern by Tony, who's now going to go into Pod. We're going to give that time back to PH.
But still, if there's something on Green Pendant,
Yeah.
PH is not going there anytime soon.
Sure, yeah. If Tony full clears this and there's something on that Green Pendant, yeah, that could be a pretty big advantage.
I am pretty curious though. He's got that blue. I'm surprised to see him not clear out the Eastern before doing this.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I feel like you'd do Eastern first here, get the crystal out of the way.
And a guaranteed item. I mean, the only advantage of not doing it is hoping that you get boots at some point to save you a little bit of time. But that's it.
We're gonna find about this mushroom. Answer is no. And this is gonna be the Eastern clear.
It is. PH has not gotten in there yet, so
Yes, that's true. So
good call.
PH has a little more incentive to do this right now.
Enjoy the great MSU of Kirby Superstar. To answer a question in chat, the glove was in Tower of Hero. And while we've got a bit of a lull in between all this stuff we've seen, don't forget to give these two runners a follow. Links are in chat. They're putting on a great show. And while you're at it, follow my CoCom. Brewers Fan JP, doing a fantastic job on CoComs as always. And Furious Magic, doing all the tracking, doing the hard job for us. Thank you so much.
And also give Lana a follow. You can follow me if you want, but I tend to not have the best commentary in my own streams. But interestingly enough, Tony's going straight for Helma. Pendant Helma here. So, gonna get the three pendants.
It's the right play, we know, if it's the play. So that's not bad. Curious about this play, JP.
Yeah, I don't know if I like this on Tony's side. I mean, if there's gonna be something in pot, it is gonna be here on the green pendant turn-in, but
from his standpoint,
this is pretty aggressive for a pendant pod.
I mean, we know it's the right play, and if he leaves after getting green pendant, we know that's the right call. And as pointed out in chat, with no mirror, if you leave, you just have to save and quit. Okay, back in we go. And meanwhile, PH is going to give us a new check at the expense of the Armos Knights and Silver Arrows. A bit of a now you see him, now you don't trick coming up from PH. What are Armos Knights? Who are they? Where'd they go?
Only 50 rupees there.
Okay, not Armos Knights, but regardless, Crystal number 2 for PH, a little over 44.30.
Yeah, for PH right now, your options are Zora, Catfish, Back of Thieves, and Green Pendant Helma. Yeah, you also have Spike Cave.
So gotta be thinking our next piece of progression is either Mitts or Mirror.
I was gonna say it could be Book into Flippers, but we've done the Flipper checks already. So Book by itself wouldn't do much. It would give us 2 checks in Deserts.
And Ether Tablet.
That too, yeah.
Which is ugly.
I gotta imagine Tony's gonna turn in that green pendant right away.
It's gotta be. And if it's progression, that is not good for PH. That is last location territory given what he's cleared.
I'm gonna turn in the mushroom first. He also did get that in pod. Surprisingly, neither runner went for the fake powder, which I don't blame them for, because I feel like fake powder is an early seed play. But
now Tony does have that option. He did save and quit. There it is.
Okay, yeah, Tony can fake powder. PH is gonna pick up Ether. Might be required, we don't know yet. Inventory-wise, these two are even. Alright.
Nope. To be continued.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. It's a much faster route. You gotta clear Eastern anyway, and you can just jump down from here to get to Saha. So this makes a lot of sense. EH going for Hobo, and then the flipper checks. We've already seen Zora. That was, I think, just $20.
Just a little bit of time back to Tony here from PH. And to answer a question in chat, Tony did sequence break Zora before doing Aga. We know it's $20.
It's interesting when we get to this point in League and you start to see a lot of people from other teams popping into races, because we're at the point now where there's generally only one race going on at a time, so you get a lot more people coming in at once, and talking in chat and discussing the race. It's be a little fun.
True.
Okay, silver arrows. That's a quick Armos fight. Yeah, I don't think Tony's been over to the West Dark World yet, which mostly is Bisco Woods and Village of Outcasts in the front of Thieves.
And nothing had anything in that area. Back at Thieves, like you said, question mark. But Tony is routing. Wait, Tony, what are you doing?
Why is...
Okay.
Why
See ya, Green Pennant.
would you... Okay, I think he just realized what he did. Like... He's like,
Okay, we're good.
I'm about to say, like... You set that up so you could do this easily.
I want to hold this in suspense.
But we are going to see a new check on PH's side as well, Spike Cave.
I'm gonna have to give like slight advantage to Tony right now, simply because he's routing it in such a way that you're gonna get to the Thieves Town area without much to do, so you're gonna have incentive to go to the back. Or we're just gonna get missed. Holy moly. Now I definitely have to give the advantage to Tony.
Yeah, I agree.
Going to pod before getting the bow. Oh gosh. Tony is in great shape. I could see PH just going and clearing the rest of Thieves Town before doing that.
Now, we still need quite a bit. Definitely, this race is nowhere near over, but that's a big advantage for Tony right now.
Just some blueberries from Spike Cave. This is just the thing that, Acai team needed. Tony making a big play there. Oh yeah, it looks like PH is going back to Thieves Town.
Tony's going to show us our first medallion needed, and it's Bombos.
It's kind of good. You don't want to feel the pressure to go into TR right now. Though if it was Ether, I think you do after you do these West checks.
Yeah, looking at what Tony can do, you could clear Meyer if it's Ether.
You can.
Don't have access to ice in any way yet. Not with sequence break. Don't have access to swamp. Don't have access to desert. Dungeon-wise, I didn't do really much for us other than Meyer.
Well, and we'll know what our go mode is once we check that Meyer area. Nothing from Hookshot. Oh no, we're going over to Spike Cave.
It's gonna be your best time to do it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Tony gets shields. Oh, no, sorry, that's PH gets shields.
Evil. Yeah, pretty much after the first 10 minutes of the seed where we got about 115 rupees, the game was like, oh, here's like 1,200 for you. Mire it is, yeah.
2 checks for sure, and then maybe a dip into Mire if it's ether. It's not.
But is the key going to be under the doormat? Or a mirror to send us elsewhere? Or not? Just nothing.
So
Is
now
back at Thieves to play?
might be.
Oh gosh, what if PH gets a fire rod? I mean, that could be good for PH. Go to Skull, beat that, or even just like go to Pod, gamble on that, and then Swamp, or Skull, I should say. Because those mitts are doing nothing for us right now.
I mean, yeah, Tony also does have the Smith chain he can do now.
All right. Okay, a few more things the glove could do for us. And blind, we get 20 bucks. Okay, what does PH have at this point? Helmisar? Hey, it's another one of our swords. Oh, right, we already knew about that one.
Does PH have anything else to do?
I don't think so.
Oh, catfish, according to chat.
Right, we have not checked that yet.
The 1 to 4, this could be either route. This could either be a catfish play or a back. No, if you're going back to pod, you're going to 5. I think this is a catfish.
Meanwhile, Hammer Peg's coming up from Tony. PH doesn't even try to get his shield in. Aw, man. Not Hammer Pegs. At this point, the answer is either Catfish or Purple Chest, or the Smith itself. Jeremiah the Frog.
And if Tony's trying to run out of spots, this might be a full clear of Thieves Town coming up.
Well, it wouldn't be horrible. It'd give you pendant number 2 in case it is a ped seed. We know it's not going to get you any progression, though. Okay, Catfish, what do you have for us? Okay, that's actually really good for PH. Let's say that was a mirror. Suddenly you're looking at a full clear of Swamp, you're looking at Graveyard, King's Tomb, not King's Tomb, K45. But this forces PH to go back in a pod and beat it.
Yep, that's the play.
And the more time Tony spends in Thieves Town is time given back to PH. Now, Tony still does have the advantage. If you go through Thieves Town, you have minimal issue, you're still ahead. You go down, you grab your frog, you save and quit, you turn it in. And meanwhile, PH gets the mitts, and your first thing is probably not Blacksmith Chain.
Yeah, retracing steps again. So, man, what is the next piece? Like, I don't even feel like there's a piece that gives you a... Well, I guess the mirror would be the biggest one.
Mirror's the likely, yeah.
Because that gets you... That gets you at least those flippers, which means the full clear of swamp you've got. Full clear of desert as well.
Great K45, or Graveyard Ledge.
I thought you were kind of starting to mix in with the Kirby music that's playing. The Great Cave Offensive or something you're going to say.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I cannot remember what these songs are from. I have not played Kirby Superstar in so many years. I should. It's a fun game.
Yeah. Book would open a few spots, but we already have done all the flipper checks, basically, outside of Swamp. So,
Yeah.
Book by itself doesn't open a lot.
I mean, Bombos could be behind or in Desert or something like that, and that would unlock, obviously, both TR Mire and also Ice Palace.
Well, flippers, unfortunately, like, for a dungeon, flippers, you need either the mirror or Fire Rod or Bombos for it to really open another dungeon right now.
True.
Yeah, it puts it perfectly. Flippers don't unlock anything on their own right now.
And then you got a hammer blind fight coming up from Tony.
PH's got the green pendants, gonna have those mitts in about a minute or so.
And your first checks are probably going to be Minor Shed and Death Mountain, Dark Death Mountain. So like I said, still got to give the bit of the advantage to Tony unless PH takes these mitts and goes right to Thieves Town and goes to the blacksmith area. And at this point, we do know that Blacksmith Chain is the play right now. Just a matter of if you get Mirror, which is very likely, Book, which means something else has to be in Desert, or Ether Tablet. Or Bombos to get you into Mire. Or TR.
Oh, Tony's gonna fake powder.
Yeah, this makes sense. You're here, you're doing Blacksmith. But if you get Bombos, suddenly you're like, well, I've got no magic for Mire Grave.
But that's just a simple flute to fix. Oh!
I take responsibility for that. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's 2 checks in Mire.
And a question mark amount of checks in TR.
And I suppose you could also fake Flipper into ice if you really want to, but you probably don't right now.
Well, I could have a Fire Rod or something, or a Mirror, but yeah.
So this seed is just drip feeding us the items.
Yeah, it's like, here's these 10 checks you could do, but only one of them will lead to something. Good luck. Alright, so the obvious way coming up from Tony Young into Mire. Fully clearable 2 items. You've got silvers. This dungeon is going to be a cakewalk, but camera was still complicated a little. Question for you, JP. How do you like your murdered dactyls? How do you like them cooked?
Barbecue.
I think Tony's got you there.
Got in the mire, 2 items in here. Right now, we're definitely looking for fire rod and mirror.
And maybe boots.
Maybe boots, yeah.
And PH and Tony have pretty much made the same checks minus blacksmith. And Tony did skip purple chest. The difference between these two has been Tony has been very thorough with the checks. Has not left anything behind. Went into pod, beat it. Went into Thieves Town, beat it. And PH doubled it both. Which is a lot of the difference. But PH had an early advantage by going to Aga a lot earlier, but gave that time back when pretty much all the checks were eventually done anyway, just later.
PH gonna go, looks like gonna go for the Smiths. I don't know if there's much else he can do over here.
Yeah, at this point, it's a 3 or 4 minute difference between these two runners. I mean, PH could elect to go ahead and turn in purple chest for that, but that's about it. I guess the only difference is you could take that bombos and go, well, I'm behind, I better go gamble on Turtle Rock. But if you're PH, you're also able to be a little bit more careful. You're up 2 games to 1. So you could be a little more cautious with your checks. And you could just go, okay, that's a beatable mire, let's go. Okay, purple chest is left behind for both runners.
Have we seen either item in this mire yet?
I have not seen any, no.
Oh, there's the fire rod.
There we go. And Tony has not even been into Skull, so that'll be a little bit of extra time PH gets back. But at the same time, oh gosh, that's Ped. But that's also that's TRN Ped, oh my gosh.
So we're a mirror from Go mode, and that mirror can be anywhere but swamp or another mirror check, basically.
Swamp, mirror check, GT. Oh my gosh.
You also still might need boots, yes. I mean, in this situation, I think you're definitely going to desert next to get your flippers and get that dungeon out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, you got Book, you got Fire Rod.
I guess at least go in there to find out if you can get it out of the way. You might not be able to.
I think it's the play before TR, because if you go to Desert, you could beat it. You prefer not to go to TR and have to clear a little bit extra because you're like, oh, but what if Boots are here and I need that? This is going to be a very interesting next 10 minutes or so.
Money's up one heart. Gotta be a bit careful in this fight.
See ya, Vitreous. Alright, that's Crystal number 3 in an hour and 10 minutes and almost an hour 11 minutes. Okay, Tony's got a choice here. You could be like, hey, let's meme Skullwoods it is, but you know, you could read pen. The likely move though is let's just flute to 6 and go to Desert.
I think that's the plan. Yep, there's the flute. Yeah, so we're gonna find out if those boots are required or not.
I think at this point, TR has to be your last attempt at a dungeon. Short of Skullwoods, maybe, but... I mean, let's say you could beat this, great. You got Ice Palace, so you can beat that, great. If you're still not in Go mode, then you probably go to TR. Okay, so far not locked.
We'll see. This next check will say if it's locked or not. It's not. So boots most likely not needed.
Boots most likely in GT. Thanks, game.
Unless we walk up here and there's a mirror sitting on the torch.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. I mean, horrible. Book for P8?
Nope, that's a fireproof map.
Apparently. Non-combustible.
That's both items out of desert, so not here. You're gonna grab those flippers, kill Landmo, and keep looking.
Well, you go ice after this. And you might consider going and doing Pyramid Fairy before TR. Maybe. I mean, you've got Aga done, but you've got no mirror.
Get a prediction going. Guess where you think that mirror is going to be? Turtle Rock, Ice Palace, or somewhere else?
Ooh, good call. If you like spending channel points, do a chat. Vote where the mirror is. Okay, Vitreous down for PH. And Landmo down for Tony T. Young. Crystal number 4 and Crystal number 3 respectively.
Tony's going to Ice Palace.
It's the play. I mean, if you find your mirror here, you gotta go mode TR and Swamp for what it's worth. I mean, at this point, you're gonna be able to go mode Swamp regardless, unless you think you might need boots.
Right, most people are. It looks like people are divided between Ice Palace and somewhere else. Not many people think it's gonna be in Turtle Rock.
Oh, Chad. PR can come through sometimes. No, that is not out of the question. Pedestal could be the mirror.
I mean, at this point, your path is Tony. It's pretty solid. You're going through Ice Palace. If it's not here, you're going. Well, you're going to TR. I guess there is the question of if you would do Big Bomb, but first round, as you said. But
I don't think you do. You go to TR. It's fully beatable. There's really not much of a difference between go mode or not, and the only difference is an extra climb on the mountain. Purple chest is another option, chat, that is true. Could have shovel in some dumb location to get that there, I don't know.
there it is.
Yeah. That's 21 and 22 Gumbo chance for Tony to Young at 118.37. Ice Palace Believers, GG to you.
I'm honestly surprised that there weren't more Turtle Rock believers.
Right? Tony says, yeah, I'm good with 21 and 22. Or we're just going. We know who our opponent is. Let's just go. And PH will probably be joining Ice pretty quickly, but could gamble that play up Death Mountain. I don't think so, though. Like I said earlier, PH knowing they're up 2-1, you stick with things you can 100% do. You go for it.
Lets the puffs get away. Most magic gone.
Shoots the wall once. Get wrecked, wall. And get wrecked, landmine too. Ooh, good last shot. Pistol number 5 for Tony Theon. Probably going to that Swamp Palace next, that pesky place. May even flute over to the potion shop to pick something up there really quick.
But yeah, with PH going to Ice Palace, basically the difference between these two runners at this point is an Ice Palace clear.
It is. And as pointed out in chat, differences right now are the Double Dip Pod and Double Dip Thieves stand for PH. PH's execution is very good if you're Tony T. Young and you know this. You just try to do your best. Don't take any unnecessary risks and get it done. But you also know you've cleared Thieves Town for nothing at this point. Sorry, go ahead.
You're gonna pretty much go mode swamp. You might check a couple chests on the way, just in case boots happen to show up, but otherwise you're gun moding this.
Pretty much. I think you check what? Diver Down, Waterfall, and the boss. That's just about it.
Yeah, I think so. As noted, if this lead holds, we're going to be seeing a game 5.
And chat, we've already seen, what, 2 or 3 swords so far? It's fine. These runners have been like, whatever, put them back. We don't need a sword.
I will say out of the 5 modes that you could choose for this game, I was gonna say Swordless might be my favorite, but I don't know. Like, Open Heart MC Shuffle and Open Heart Randomizer would appeal to me too.
Those are both fun, I think.
Yeah, we are seeing Tony check a couple chests just for safety. I mean, yeah, you would definitely take boots just because it helps you go faster. Chad also brought a bug net, you'd take that for sure too. Unfortunately, bug net is not on our tracker because we have to use the Key Sandy tracker for the Game 4 mode.
And everybody's favorite fight, the swordless Argus. I'm sorry, Argus.
Well, there's definitely been some debating runners. Menu to hammer or quick swap to silvers?
When you have a mirror, I'd say hammer. But you have to have mirror going in here, so yeah, it's so hard. Because if you mirror, that's like 2.5 minutes lost. And quick swap in a mirror would be, oh my gosh.
I don't know. I did quick swap to silvers the one time I did swordless, and I kind of like that. PH grabbing 5th crystal. Tony's about to grab his 6th.
Still a very close race.
Alright, here we go to TR for Tony. PH going to Swamp.
Those cabbages not being friendly to poor Tony.
Kind of a quick reminder on how we got to this point in the series. Game 1, PH took over. Actually, PH took it over Tony. In their first game, they were both. It was a mode, I believe, that it would have been PH that chose. I think Tony chose this one. Game 2 was between Tepedino and VGF Taylor. Tepedino took that one in casual boots, and then Dixon took the win over James FNX in cross keys to set up this 2-1 series. So if it does go to a game 5, it would be James and Tepedino versus VGF Taylor and Dixon.
I don't think we have that set up as far as time yet, do we?
We do not.
Gotta presume it might be sometime this weekend. Good little weekend match. Nice. Probably.
But that's still not decided yet. We still have a seed to finish out here.
That is true. PH could make up some time on Argus here with a solid fight.
There's the big key in Turtle Rock. talking about where the boots could be. I don't even want to think about that because there are some really ugly places boots could be.
True, we unlock a lot with the mirror. I mean, it's either going to be like, what, left side swamp or GT, probably. Because left side swamp's rude.
Now, Tony's gonna take the safe path here and check big chest.
It's a good plan. I like this. If you end up getting that big key, that's goodbye laser braid. And 6 crystal, 4 pH. Oh my gosh. So chat, boots, they're just right here in TR. It's fine.
And that... Yeah, that just basically takes out any uncertainty. I mean, Tony's got a pretty significant lead now. I mean, GT routing could still come into play here, but...
And there's a key to skip laser bridge anyway. But I don't see pH checking that. pH is shown right now to skip some stuff, telling me that big chest, he's already going to have a key, so I don't see pH getting the boots there.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one of the worst spots that the boots could be is like Mimic Cave. And that spot's not much better.
So, JP, we're not going to have a whole lot of time here, so I got a big question for you. Do you like games?
Considering that I have put how many hours into this game, I'd say so.
Absolutely. So, do you think we should play a game of chat here?
Sure. They're already getting their numbers in.
Alright, chat, you obviously know the drill. This is going to be a quick try next fight. So 1 to 22. Where's that big key in GT? What's your choice tonight, JP?
Let's go with 10.
10, I like that. I'll do 6. Okay, so apparently in Swordless it's safe to play this game mid-try next fight. We'll just ignore it. Okay, there we go. See you later, Trinex. Chat, you still got time. 1 to 22. Where's that darn big key?
And you got 30 seconds to also get a channel points prediction in.
JP's got your back. Use more of those channel points. If you have that Ice Palace, you've got a few extra now. Do it.
I like giving people like 30 seconds because they just have to go with their first instinct.
No time to think. I like it.
Alright, here we go. We're gonna go to Hope Room first.
Not even checking the big chest. I like it. Or big... Yeah, I'm not big chest, gosh darn it. The torch.
Gonna go right.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's fine. He's got it. Plenty of time. He got through the door before it closed. At least 2 or 3 frames. Sorry.
I think some of the back of Link's hat is missing now.
Good point. Maybe some of the britches just kind of disappeared too.
There's 3 through 6 and no big key. And yeah, as expected, PH skipped the big chests. So no boots. Alright, chests, or check 7, a small key. So those boots weren't fully required. I guess logically they are, but not technically.
It's good for PH, because as we thought, yeah, no boots.
There's check 8, check 9. Number 10.
Okay, who's got 10? I don't think anybody got 10 today. We have an 11, we have a 12, we have an 8. We got a 7. We got an 8. No winners tonight. At least in terms of visual guessers. Sorry about that.
I saw a 10. Runtime.
Wait, there's a 10 in there?
Yeah.
There it is. I didn't see their runtime. Sorry about that. GG's to you. You win a lifetime supply of rainbow seeds brought to you by ALTTPR.com. Well done.
It looks like Air Bomb was the big winner on the points. Yeah, for Tony at this point, it's all execution.
Lots of... Sorry, guys.
Does look like we are heading towards that game 5.
Looks like it. Lots of people going for that, what, 13 to 15, 7 to 9. Holy cow. Nobody betting 22.
You see, I think for today, chat didn't want 22 because they felt like the bigger mean prediction would be the torch. So they all forgot about Tile Room for once.
That's true. Okay, you got that fire and ice head down for PH. Meanwhile, Tony just took down Lambo 2 with 3 arrows. Wonder what our stone prize is. Oh, that spike, my gosh. Crystal number 7 from PA on his way to GT.
Well, yeah, I was just kind of looking through the bracket at this point. This is the last series to be decided. If Pacificania wins the series, they're going to face, I believe, Farm Friends in the next round. If Acai pulls off the comeback, they'll face Amish Paradise. So that's what these two teams are looking at in the next round, based on whoever wins this one.
Okay, the exciting Aga 2 fight with nothing but a hammer and no bug net.
Ooh. What is Tony's potion situation at?
He's got a blue, I did see that.
Okay.
At minimum, I think he could have more.
Yeah, pop that potion.
Oh my gosh, there's only been 2 rounds and he's gotten it 4 times.
Yeah, you do not want to see a lead change right now.
An Aga fall would be horrible. Not an Aga fall, an Aga death would be really bad.
Yeah, we talk about Ganon all the time, but yeah, Aga 2 is not a given, and swordless.
Aga 2 just having his way with poor Tony. Gets him down though.
Phew, okay. Yeah, you just don't want to see anything happen there.
Meanwhile, PH is starting the climb. Just remember, this is temper damage, chat, so 12 hits in the first couple of phases.
I think that's just enough. He has another blue. Okay.
Ooh, would have been dead right there without that blue potion drink, so well done. Ooh, okay, that was an interesting angle.
Alright, just the silvers to go. It's torch glitch. If you can get a double here.
Ooh, good job.
Down goes Ganon. We are going to a game 5.
Chat, you know the drill. Get your GGs in chat for Tony to Young. JP, why don't you go ahead and give them that finish time?
Official time of 1:44:15.
Tony T. Young, welcome to the booth. GG's to you.
Hey, GG's.
We can also now confirm PH has forfeits.
Um, Oh, yes.
So see if we can get PH in here as well.
Anybody get your GGs in chat for PH112358 as well.
So yeah, I guess while we're waiting for PH2, we can start with Tony. So yeah, that was kind of a bit of a linear one there, I'd say.
Yeah. If you get the myths and you get the bombos, you just do your crystal dungeons, and that's that's all your progression. And yeah, you're hard locked into Aga, so it's very linear throughout the entire seed.
And how about that Kakariko where you get like 115 rupees?
Yeah, didn't have to worry about Zora or anything. I was able to spend all that money on potions in the end. It was really nice.
All right, we also welcome PH112358 into the booth. GG's to you.
Hello, GG's. Congrats, Tony.
Jeez.
So you both played really well here. The big difference is you probably already chatted about this, I'm sure. Tony ended up being pretty thorough, doing everything before Aga, having a little excuse but to go and full clear everything as you go by. PH, you took the initiative, you went and did Aga before finishing up Light World. You end up double dipping both Pod and Thieves Town, which is kind of the difference here. But walk us through your thought process as well for the scene.
Tony, if you want to start.
Yeah. I was just trying to be thorough and try to double dip as little as possible. I ended up double dipping Eastern just to try to avoid Aga in case that was there, but yeah, I was trying to be efficient. A little bit too efficient, I guess, since I ended up clearing Thieves instead of pushing the mids advantage. I wasn't sure when Fibonacci would do pod. I also almost forgot to turn in Green Pendant after Eastern, so a little bit of nerves playing there. I know that he's a really strong opponent, so I was quite worried about this rematch.
Well, that's really too kind, but sort of on my end, similar. I know Tony's really, really good, and was really excited to get to race him again. The tricky thing was, yeah, I figured I'd try and be a little bit more aggressive in the early going, and it worked out until it didn't. Like, I came out of Agus, saw Pendant Pod, and thought, okay, great. I've got a potion that I just picked up, and then I screwed up and had to use it and had to go buy a refill. But it's like, okay, I can clear everything except maybe Helma. Except I can't get to Helma because I don't have the bow, but I can do everything else in there, and then we'll figure it out, get the hook shot, and it's like, okay, and then I can go over to West Dark World after. And if there's something on Helma, that's bad. And then on top of that, there was no item on Helma, so the value was only the green pendant. So I'm thinking, I'm not going back there until I do literally everything else. And I ended up doing literally everything else. I mean, I didn't feel there. It was a decision. I don't know if it was great to go into pod before doing the mountain once I got that hook shot, but I figured, again, try and be a little aggro on some stuff. I do like hitting pod kind of early. I feel like a lot of the time when I put it off, it tends to have something good. So what are you going to do? I mean, again, Tony's really, really good. And I figured to, try and make a gamble. And it didn't even feel like that much of a gamble once I realized it was pendant pod and I got all 5 items out of not Helma. So
Yeah, one thing that really pushed me towards Helma was we didn't have mirrors, so and it was green pendant, so I wanted to cure the boss before going into the back. Otherwise, I'd have to death warp or something in order to get to Helma. So that was also part of the reason why I rushed. If if I saw that, or if I got all 5 items and like it was map or compass on Helma, I might have considered skipping boss as well. But I think doing boss first really made my decision making easy, and not having mirror at that point too.
And how about you almost forgetting to turn it in?
Yeah, that was I threw it away, and I was and I thought, well, I either food back now and eat the cost, or I just never turn it in. But I killed the boss, so I had to go back. So that was I was feeling pretty bad about that because I don't think I could give that much like I don't want to give like any advantage at all. I mean, going back was the right play, and it was really fortunate that I got the mitts and PH didn't.
Other than that, pretty linear. Like JP was saying, it's kind of like once you get that hook shot, then you go to Death Mountain, you get the bow, you go to Pod, you get your glove, you take that glove, etc., etc. And the only other part that I was curious about, I guess, Tony, what did you think when you checked that TR Big Chest?
I knew that would be a question. So I had call it PRNG. I had a seed where Small Key was there, so I just wanted to be super thorough, and turned out to be Boots, so that was nice.
Oh God. Well, guess what? I never got.
Chatted about that. But as soon as he found it, I was like, I don't think PH is finding that.
Oh no, yeah, that's hilarious.
They were required. There's a Small Key on Torch.
Literally. So that's really funny. I thought to myself, oh, that's interesting. The boots are logically required, but man, they could be anywhere. Oops. That's fantastic. Like, I figured they'd be like buried in a mirror check somewhere.
It's kind of what JP and I were like. We're like, well, they could be anywhere, here or there, or just in the TR Big Chest. It's fine.
Oh, that's really funny. I mean, it would have been way too late to make a material difference. I'm sure, but that is really funny.
Right, and then swordless boots are kind of weird as well because you're like, dash, oh, stop. Dash, oh, stop. Can't go through anybody, stop.
Yeah, Boots' advantage in swordless is much less good than in non-swordless.
Oh my god. Yeah, in some ways it was like, in some ways it's not nice because it's like, oh man, 2 hours without boots. But on the flip side, it's like, assuming that they weren't, and at various points I was like, I have cleared literally everything available to me. I know I'm not missing them, which means I know Tony doesn't have them either. And at least you don't have to worry about, oh good, I'm gonna dash, like, kind of muscle memory some room and, go head first into something really bad.
JP, any questions?
Well, looks like you two are good. Your teams are heading at least to a game 5. You two get to sit back and watch. Any words for your teammates going into game 5?
Thanks for having faith in me. I know these guys have been practicing retrants, so they didn't expect me to lose, I guess. So good luck to them.
Yeah, same. I mean, good luck to all 4, and also, have fun with it. Like, this is, as I say every time, but I love this event. It's super fun, and win or lose. I mean, at this point, really, the whole time, every game, every race could be won or lost for a number of reasons, and don't overstress about it, because at the end of the day, I think this is just so cool to have a chance to have a little team spirit and have a good time.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Everyone's so good, and everyone's so friendly. So it's really fun to compete in this.
Any thoughts of when the match may be? Any hints of that from your teammates?
I assume during the weekend is when their availability is best, but it's up to them.
Yeah, I think. I'm sure that at least on our side, our James and Teppa were probably like, well, let's not schedule it until after game 4, just in case. They were trying to give me some good karma probably, but I wasn't able to pay it off. So I'm sure they'll figure it out soon.
Well, it's that time we wrap it up. Getting pretty late here. Any final thoughts from anybody about the scene?
Oh, go ahead, Tony. Sorry.
Yeah, one last thing. Like the last time I did sort this for regular season, I had trouble on Ganon, and this time I was having trouble on Aga. And every time I practice, I like never have any problems. So it's always the race situations where it brings out the worst in me.
Oh my gosh, dude! I missed like 3 energy shots on Aga 1. It was so
Oh,
bad.
no. I think I missed around the same.
Oh, that's actually the one thing. If I could ask for one thing in this seat, it wouldn't be boots; it'd be the bug net. But
Yeah, exactly.
Gamma, where is the filet? No, as always, just huge thanks, Lana, JP, Furious Magic, and then Drossi. Even though the seed that was rolled was, questionable, but no, really appreciate everyone as always for putting everything on and making this happen. This is so much fun, and y'all make it possible.
Yeah, GG's again, Fibonacci. Good luck to your team in Game 5, and thanks for comms, thanks for tracking, thanks for the restream.
Yeah, GG's, Tony.
Well, thank you both for joining us for tonight. You put on a fantastic show. Everybody, don't forget to give these 2 runners a follow. Links are going to be in chat here. Otherwise, Game 5 coming up from these teams here. Good luck to both of them, whenever that may be. But otherwise, I wanted to thank everybody for stopping on by tonight and watching the race. And otherwise, follow SpeedGaming through SpeedGaming 6. More tournament matches coming up, but it's getting late, so everybody get to bed here. And thank you from the bottom of my heart to Brewers fan JP and Furious Magic for joining us on the cast tonight. And otherwise, thank you so much. And JP, why don't you go and take us out?
Yep. Thanks as well, Lana, for joining. Everyone, thanks for watching. Right now, our next scheduled matches are Friday, but keep an eye on the schedule. We might see another 1 or 2 jump in before then. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.